Dear students, in this session, let us discuss about the relationship between Kp, Kc and Kx for the reactions involving ideal gases. So in the last session, we have discussed about the Le-Chatelier's principle, through which we have discussed about the effect of concentration, temperature and pressure on the equilibrium, which are given on the basis of the law of mass action. So according to the law of mass action, we already know that the rate of forward reaction is directly proportional to the active mass of the concentration of the reactant equal to constant K1 into active mass of A and active mass of B. Both are reactants. Similarly, rate of backward reaction is directly proportional to active mass of the product C and active mass of the product D, which will be equal to K2, that is a constant, into active mass of C and active mass of D, where K1 and K2 are the constant. So at equilibrium, so both of these rates are equal. That is, the rate of forward reaction will be equal to rate of backward reaction. So if you want to put this in expression form, K1 into active mass of A, active mass of B equal to K2 into active mass of C and active mass of D, which will be given as K1 by K2 is equal to active mass of C and active mass of D divided by active mass of A and active mass of B. So at a specific temperature, this K1 by K2 is a constant because both K1 and K2 are the constants only. So the ratio of K1 and K2, which is called as the equilibrium constant, which is given as Kc. The subscript Kc indicates the value in terms of the concentrations of the reactants and the product. So let us consider a reaction wherein two molecules of A giving C and D. So the two molecules of A collide with each other to give the product, which is given in terms of the equation Kc is equal to active mass of C, active mass of D divided by active mass of A into active mass of A, which is given as A square. So if you take this reaction AA plus BB giving CC and DD, so for that the Kc will be equal to active mass of C raised to the power of C, active mass of D raised to the power of D divided by active mass of A raised to the power A, active mass of B raised to the power B. So here the Kc will be given as the product of equilibrium concentration of the product divided by the product of equilibrium concentration of the reactant, with each concentration term raised to the power equal to the coefficient of this substance in the balanced equation. So if you take the example of the formation of ammonia from N2 and 1 mole of nitrogen plus 3 moles of hydrogen giving 2 moles of NH3, which are given in terms of Kc is equal to active mass of NH3 raised to the power of 2 divided by active mass of N2 plus H2. So if you take the example of N2O5, similar expression can be given for the balanced equation. So if you want to discuss about the relationship between Kp and Kc in an ideal gas mixture, each component obeys Dalton law of partial pressure. You know that Pi is the partial pressure, which will be equal to the mole fraction into pressure, where P is the total pressure, Pi is the partial pressure of the ith component with mole fraction Xi in the mixture. So if you take the reaction AA plus BB giving MM plus NN, so in this case for an ideal gas equation can be given as PV is equal to nRT. So for ith component it will be Pi is equal to Ni divided by V into RT, which is given as CiRT. So Ci will be is equal to Ni divided by V, which is the molar concentration of ith component in the mixture of total volume V. So for the above reaction, if we write PA is equal to CA into RT, PB is equal to CB into RT, PM is equal to CM into RT, PN is equal to CN into RT. So For this reaction, if you want to write the expression in terms of partial pressure, which will be given in this form, Kp is equal to Pm raised to m, Pn raised to n divided by Pa raised to a, Pb raised to b. So if Pm, Pn, Pa, Pb, if they are replaced by CMRT, CNRT, CART, CBRT, the expression can be simplified in this manner. So for this, if you write the expression on simplification, it gives Kp is equal to Kc into RT raised to the power delta N. Delta N is the change in the number of moles. So which is the sum of the moles of the reactant plus the product. So similarly, if you write the expression for each mole in terms of Dalton's law, in terms of partial pressure, if you substitute each of the concentration, then the final expression on simplification will be given by Kp is equal to Kx P raised to delta N. So where delta N is equal to Mn plus minus A plus B. Mn plus M plus N is the number of moles of product divided minus A plus B is the number of moles of reactant. So here the difference in both the expression is, in first case it is given in terms of concentration. In the second case, for this equation, it is given each of the concentrations are expressed in terms of partial pressures, and the expression after simplification we are going to obtain it as Kp is equal to Kx P raised to delta N. So from equation 1 and 2, if you simplify, it will be Kp is equal to Kx P raised to delta N, which will be equal to Kc RT raised to delta N. So when n equal to 0, Mn plus M plus N is equal to A plus B. That is, the number of moles of the product is equal to number of moles of the reactant. In that case, Kp will be equal to Kx, which will be equal to Kc. So if you want to apply the same expression for the numericals, let us take one example. Calculate Kc and Kx for this following equation, wherein the value for Kp is given, which is 3 for the above reaction, which is 3.5 into 10 raised to minus 23 atmosphere pressure at 27 degree and 1 atmosphere pressure. So if you solve the equation, you will get, let us apply for the numerical, M is equal to 2, N equal to 1, A equal to 2, B equal to 0. So delta N will be equal to 1, which is obtained by the following simplification. So in that case, Kc will be equal to B. If delta N is equal to 1 means, then Kc will be equal to Kp. So the value of Kc is given as 3.5 into 10 raised to minus 23 atmosphere pressure. So it will be equal to 1.42 into 10 raised to minus 26 mole per dm cube. So if you substitute here, then if you substitute the same equation for Kx is equal to Kp, then this is the value which is obtained. So in that case, the pressure obtained will be 1 atmosphere pressure. So with this, thank you.